We got the 10 most comfortable shoes of 2025, you guys. With that being said, we got a 2-for-1 in this video, you guys. And I know you guys love the top 10 list, but we also have a legend in the sneaker community talking about this. And as you guys should probably know, and if you don't, I'm about to put you on. This is the one and only Elliot page. With that being said, I'll put the full video down below so you can go ahead and mess with the video. Go ahead and give it a like. Go ahead and comment on it. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and react with it. I seen it did really well on YouTube, which means it has to be a great video. But with that being said, let's go ahead and watch this throughout. I'm excited to see what he picks as his top 10 most comfortable shoes. You guys know I do a lot, and if you don't know me already, my name is Double A. I do a lot of top 10 lists. I do sneaker reviews. I just do everything that sneaker world. So that being said, if you're into that type of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. We're not going to do too many pauses. We're not going to do too many rewinds. We'll get straight to it. No cap.
This year's list is insane. Today we're going over the top 10
Let's see what you gotta say. No cap.
And before we get into it,
as the most comfortable connoisseur, I gotta say, I want to see what he's got to say. I want to see if he has some similar picks that I'm thinking about. I want to see if he has some new picks. I want to see, because I know he be buying sneakers a lot. He's been in the sneaker game for a while, a couple of years for sure. So I know he definitely got a lot put me on for sure. See the Hoka's in there. I see some On sneakers.
On this list has been side by side tested.
I got the Asics.
So yes, a lot has changed with this list from last year's. It's almost a completely new list with new shoes.
And just one thing, I feel like you could always tell what's the word for it? Like a sneakerhead that's been in the game for a while, especially on YouTube. But just like their whole look at his background. He got sneakers in the back. He got the nice lights. You got that YouTube plaque. You got like a little not closet, but he has like a little wardrobe on the left. If you guys can kind of see that. Well, with that being said, man, this is just elevated. I love to see it. Can't wait for my sneaker collection to look like that. I can't wait for my channel to be on the same scale. With that being said, man, let's go ahead and see what he got number 10. Oh, of course, we got a classic. Yeah, this is a classic. Shouldn't even be surprised he put this on the list. No cap. Like I've been watched a bunch of top 10 lists from my guy Elliot, and I'm pretty sure I've seen these in a lot of videos. That being said,
comfortable, but in my opinion, look really good as well. Retail price.
I definitely agree. This is one I agree on for sure.
Different styles and colorways. Asics use a mixture of a nice soft foam and then this gel cushioning technology, which is surprising.
Oh, also before we get too far into the video, you guys also let me know down below in the comments. I don't know if you guys know, but with that being said, on my top 10 list, I normally incorporate some affiliate links, which do help support the channel. So if you guys would like some direct links to the actual sneakers that I mentioned in maybe my reaction videos, because I don't even do that currently, let me know down below in the comment section and I definitely will provide. So that being said, I would love to make you guys' life easier, provide you some extra value. So let me know in the comment section. I'll for sure hop on that next video.
Gives like a little bit more of a bouncy feeling underneath your feet. This pair of shoes finds a really nice balance between not being too soft.
They're super clean.
It's also very lightweight.
Super clean. I definitely see myself wearing those in the gym. Everyday scenario.
These are, like I said,
calm outfit. Basically anywhere, I can't lie. It's like an everyday lifestyle sneaker to me.
It's just something that you want to pick up again and again. Now, because they are the trendy retro runner style, they are very, very popular, and some colorways are just sold out and hard to find. But if you are looking for a sneaker within that style,
I'm stuck on those Jordan 4s. If y'all see him on his top right of the screen.
Running Cloud Tilt. Now, this was a pretty interesting
Cloud Tilt. I've actually never had any experience with these for sure. He's putting me on these ones.
Zendaya did most of the marketing for this pair of shoes. So yeah.
And I heard she's actually a part of that brand somehow.
Retail price for these is $160. On tends to be a
$160.
little bit more pricey with a lot of their
I feel like these comfortable sneakers, you would think they wouldn't be that much. Like a pair of Asics, New Balance, or some of that sort, you wouldn't think they would be up there, but they're for sure up there.
They fit true to size and
they're up there for sure.
Midsole. Obviously, that is like On's signature thing. There's a bunch of holes in there. And something that I've always loved about On shoes is that initial step when those little holes compress down and flatten. That just feels so good, and you can't really compare it to any other shoe. The upper of this pair is nice, soft, breathable, very well made. Now, the laces on this pair of shoes are a little bit more interesting. They're elasticated, and they're
I'm gonna
also
skin low-key glowing.
Now, initially, I
skin
really
low-key
liked the
looking
idea
good right now.
You stretch stretch out the tongue, slip your foot in, and you're ready to go. You don't have to waste time tying them or anything like that. However, as I continued my testing of this pair of shoes, it became a little bit more of an inconvenience than I would have initially thought. They are very tight. I thought that they would loosen up, but no, they stay very, very tight because of the elastic.
Interesting, good to know.
Because you can't adjust them, you not only just have to deal with it, but you also don't have the option of wearing them super loose, like sometimes I like to. Now, maybe if On made the laces longer so you could just tie them up and they're still elasticated so it achieves that same thing with a little bit more adjustability, that could have ended up being a little bit better, but they didn't, so it does tend to be a little bit of a drawback. Coming in at number 8, we've got the...
I wonder if you're saying tight as in like the build is super tight of the shoe, like you can't really like move your feet too much. I wish you would have clarified, but we got a great pair, I'm not gonna lie. Bondi is fire. All I've heard people say that the Bondi 8 is better than the 9. But with that being said, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I heard the Bondi 8 is better than 9 though. What was the other sneaker he said? Elevon X. I've never heard of the Elevon X.
I just simply couldn't. And dropping either one of these from the list just was not an option because they are really, really comfortable. So hey, I just combined them into one. Now retail price for the Bondi 9 is somewhat hefty.
See, I'm telling y'all, but they be taxing these days.
$200. The Bondi 9 is more of a running shoe, and the Elevon X is
better be a racing shoe.
So let's start with the Bondi 9.
You said lifestyle shoe?
The Elevon X is a little bit more of a lifestyle shoe. So let's start with the Bondi 9. Insanely thick, tall, chunky stack of foam underneath. That's probably one of the first things you see when you look at this shoe. The foam is very soft underneath your feet.
That colorway is smooth. I'm not gonna lie, very fire.
To them. And generally speaking, if you're a fan of the Bondi lineup, or if you were a fan of the last version, the 8, then you're probably gonna like these. They have a little bit more cushioning, an extra 2 millimeters. Maybe the foam is a little bit more soft. That's
super squishy.
The upper has a decent amount of padding, specifically around the ankle area. The tongue, it's a breeze to get into because they kind of extended the heel area, so you slide right in and it feels great. As far as sizing, they fit a little bit
those
tight.
Look for sure more comfortable than last pair for sure.
And overall, I really like them. They're great. However, I do understand that because the midsole is so chunky, it becomes almost a little bit of an acquired taste. Now, the Elevon X, phenomenal pair of shoes. Like I said, a lot more geared towards the
these ones will look
variation.
as comfortable.
It is a lifestyle shoe. And thankfully, the higher price tag of $200 definitely brings in higher quality. These things feel extremely premium. They come with a combination of suede and leather on the upper, which is an interesting mix for a pair of shoes in this category of like being super comfortable. It almost feels like a hybrid between a lifestyle and a running shoe. I'd say that these beat out the Bondis in terms of looks. That's just personal preference. Underfoot, you have a very, very soft foam. It's very comparable to the Bondi 9s. Again, that's why they're both here at the
They don't look the same though. Look at that squishiness of the Bondi 9. That look crazy.
Here at the number 8 spot. These are also a bit tight though. Again, half size up, I would probably say works best. But yeah, overall, both insanely good options from Hoka. Really like these. Now, to give you an idea of how insane 2025's list is, coming in at number 7, which was last year's number
Divine
2,
number 7. You gotta have some good.
Now,
yes, sir. He got the Rebel 4s. I feel like this was like, was it the Rebel 4s or the? I think this is the same shoes. The Fuel Cell Rebel V4s, right? That's what he said. I just said Rebel 4.
2, the New Balance
last year. I actually had this in a couple of top 10 lists. I'm not gonna lie, and definitely was up there. I think I even had it as top 1 at a certain point in time. But these are, this is definitely valid.
New Balance,
for sure, this is valid for sure.
Right around the corner, but no idea if or when they're dropping. These retail for a very reasonable $140.
Valid. That price point. That price point. Look at what he's stepping.
Because it's so affordable, especially for
it's like squishy. Like he's just stepping regularly and it's just squishy.
These are
look at it.
Extremely lightweight, like super light. You put them on, you almost feel like you're not wearing anything at all. The foam, insanely squishy, super soft, and it feels great underfoot. They're not insanely padded around the ankle area and the tongue, obviously to save weight. Decided to go for the lighter version of this, which
I like the upper, the overall materials. It seems very light.
Size, however, one thing I will say about this pair of shoes is that the way that they organized the stack of foam underneath your foot is a little bit unlike other shoes. Typically, you have a lot of the
in
foam
a bad way or a good way.
Heel, and when you're walking around, that transition feels quite nice. With this pair of shoes, a lot of that foam is kind of in the middle of the shoe, a little bit more towards the forefoot.
It seems actually a little more like top heavy, to be honest.
Running to kind of have your form a little bit better instead of being a heel striker. You're kind of.
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about it like that.
kind of forefoot striking instead. Now again, doesn't make this pair of shoes uncomfortable, just takes a little bit of getting used to. Coming in at number 6, last year's most comfortable pair of shoes, the On-Running Cloud Surfer. Now this pair of shoes shares
At
a
number
lot of the
6,
incredible
that means we gotta have some crazy
that were on the Cloud
runner-ups.
Tilts, and these also retail for $160. These fit true to size and
They
have
look
a
super
really
comfortable
nice
too
upper,
and
which is super
squishy.
breathable, just
Like
well
that
padded
material
and
on
well
top.
made. However,
Very
why
like
these slightly
mesh.
beat out the Cloud Tilts is mainly due to the shape of the midsole. Both of them are pretty comparable in terms of how soft the cushioning is. The Cloud Surfer definitely has a much better walking transition and feel underfoot. The cushioning just seems a little bit more rounded as far as like the Cloud Tilts being a little bit more flat. You also don't have the elasticated laces, so just regular ones. You have full option to, you know, wear them tighter, wear them loose, however you want to do it. Also, one other thing I did want to mention, a little bit of a warning for anybody who's also looking for this.
What was the price on these
when
right
I was
here?
on On's website, I did see the Cloud Surfer Next. I assumed it was the next version, the second version of the Cloud Surfer. I was pretty hyped, but I don't know what it is, but it's definitely not. It is nowhere near as comfortable as either of these On shoes on today's list. So yeah, just don't get confused.
That's what's up. That's why I mess with Elliot, bro. He just tried every single sneaker.
Premium.
Yep. I actually had these for a review, guys, and I'm not gonna lie. These are a very nice pair of sneakers, and I actually I think the black pair released in March. I actually seen someone wearing them in the gym the other day, but now they actually have 2 different colorway options. I think they have more coming on the way, but man, more are definitely gonna be coming on the way. I know it's gonna be sold.
Hyped up. A lot of people have been waiting.
210 is a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. 210 is a lot.
A year ago. However, there's plenty of other colorways on the way, arguably better ones as well, so you can hold out for those. Retail price
that one already dropped.
Very hefty $210, making these the most expensive pair of shoes on today's list. But what you are getting with this pair of shoes is arguably the most unique feeling pair of shoes on this list as well. So what Nike has done with
real
this pair of
squishy.
shoes
I remember it being
is
that
slammed
squishy when I had
three
them.
of their signature cushionings all into just one midsole. So you've got Zoom X on the top layer, which is the
and React X. I think I remember that.
Premium marathon running shoes. Just underneath that, you've got the world's first sculpted Air Zoom unit. Now, this is where most of the springy trampoline type feeling comes, because the Air Zoom unit has these little strings attached to the top and the bottom, and when you step down and put pressure on it, these strings relax, and then as you step off, they snap back into place.
The sneaker technology is
now, just
crazy.
That, you've got React X, also a very soft foam, but slightly more firm than.
Now that he breaks it down, I'm not gonna lie, this definitely seems like one of them ones for sure.
Having said that, this shoe is not known for its stability. It's a 45mm stack of cushioning, so it's very tall and not the most stable. The upper is very well padded and also very breathable.
I can definitely vouch for that.
In my opinion.
And if y'all want some more on this sneaker right here, go ahead and watch my sneaker review on it. I'll go ahead and put an info card somewhere up here on the screen so y'all can tap in with it. But with that being said, you guys, also let me know, do you guys want me to actually incorporate more sneaker reviews? And if so, what sneakers you want to see on the channel? It could be sneakers, it could be slides, whatever y'all may name. Go ahead and comment that down below. And I'm telling you guys, I literally just delivered on my past video. I did a review on Nike called Mules because one of my supporters actually wanted me to do that. So with that being said, if you do want me to do a certain sneaker, slide, or whatever it may be, go ahead and let me know. It could be even a sneaker essential. With that being said, y'all let me know. We definitely gonna deliver for sure.
Be cool. I love that Air Zoom unit in the middle. Overall, I know it's a hefty price tag, but this is a very, very good pair of shoes. Coming in at number 4, we got the New Balance More V5. Now, just based off of the looks of this pair of shoes, it reminds me a lot of the Hokas, just because of these huge.
I don't really got nothing to say about these shoes, really.
Surprisingly, even though they kind of appear like they
not really too much experience with them. I've heard good things though.
Just slightly under.
I just haven't put on my feet.
Instead of 45. But with such a tall stack of foam, New Balance did a great job of still making these things feel pretty stable, and I think that's just how they
look pretty stable. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, with that much foam,
feeling too unstable.
They look crazy.
$55. They fit true to size, and in
not too bad of a price point.
Create the perfect max cushion shoe. The foam is incredibly soft underfoot. New Balance is kind of known for their fuel cell cushioning. It's super cozy. The upper also does a great job of being super well padded, also very breathable. The shape of this midsole is also very nice. Again, when you're walking around, just step to step, just feels like a breeze in these things. Now again, just the way that this pair of shoes looks, it's very wide, it's very chunky, huge stack of foam, so just like the Hokas, it's an acquired taste. But they are definitely the most comfortable shoe that New Balance offers. And I don't know if you knew this, but
did you just say they're the most comfortable shoes that New Balance offers? That's a big statement.
Very, very comfortable shoes. But coming in at number 3, the stack height to
number 4?
Nike Vomero 18. Yes, these come in.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if this video is gonna drop before or after that I drop that review, guys. I literally already recorded that review, but I'm kind of being timely with it. I'm kind of waiting for the perfect time to drop that video, but for sure it's coming out within the next week. And at the time of recording this video, it is currently March 27th. So with that being said, I got a review. So with that being said, y'all hit that subscribe and notification bell so you guys get notified when this video drops. With that being said, man, this is a great sneaker, I'm not gonna lie. I got me just a very like clean colorway. I believe it was white with like a little bit of gray. So very simple, very versatile sneaker. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to say too much about those sneakers, but I definitely want to say they're comfortable, versatile. The price point is a little up there, but again, it is a pair of Nikes, but I definitely would say it's kind of worth it.
Truly massive 46mm stack height. It is currently
150. 150 is not that bad too.
However, at the time of recording, these have not released yet. They drop on February the 27th
Oh,
for
so you got them early.
Reasonable $150. In fact,
Man,
it's very reasonable.
I can't wait until I get to that point where it's like I can literally get sneakers sent to me, y'all. Like let's help me, y'all. Help me and I help y'all. Feel me? Like I scratch your back, you scratch my back. Feel me? You hit that subscribe button, I'll give you guys better content. You feel me? Well, with that being said, I can't wait till I get to that point, y'all. We need to get a little bigger.
That even though they have the tallest stack of foam we've spoke about yet, they don't really look like it. Like if you compare these things to like the Hokas or the New Balances, these don't stand out. I would almost visually just say that the other two look like they have more foam, but this is the tallest pair. So I think just the way that they designed these things was very well done. And yes, when you step into these things, you feel all 46mm of cushioning underneath your feet. They are insanely comfortable. It's a little mix of ZoomX at the top and then ReactX underneath, even though Nike will plaster ZoomX all over the outside. They didn't decide to put ReactX on the outside. You do have this very faint little marking on the back of the shoe to show you that ZoomX is on the top, ReactX is underneath. They've got a really nice rounded heel, so again, when you're walking around, these feel like an absolute dream. You've got a ton of padding on the upper, around the ankles, the tongue just feels very well cushioned underneath.
Bro, who else thought these were kind of similar to the Nike Zoom Vomero 5s? I can lie, I can't be the only one. I really thought this was like a continuation of that shoe.
In my opinion, these are a very, very good looking pair of shoes. Probably one of the better designs out there. Solid sneaker, overall definitely one of my favorites and definitely one of the most comfortable shoes you can buy. But not the most though, because coming in at number 2, the Asics Nova Blast 5.
Nova Blast. I know these are a lot, right? Also, the only 140, okay.
A very good looking pair of shoes.
It's not too bad.
Is it better looking than the Nova Blast 4? I'm not entirely sure. In my opinion, maybe those, that midsole design looks very good on the 4s. It's decent on the 5s, but maybe I prefer the 4s. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, the 4 is definitely better for sure.
At a very nice $140.
This is cool though, for sure.
Price tag, you're getting one hell of a shoe. These come with multiple updates from the 4th version, so even visually, if you prefer those, these are just.
They even look more comfortable.
You've got a new FF Blast Max cushioning.
Yeah, look how squishy it is.
You got increased energy return, apparently, enhanced traction, and improved breathability, which you definitely can feel. I think the first thing that I immediately noticed is obviously how soft the cushioning is. It feels great when you're walking around, but also how light these things are. They're very light, so it again just kind of gives you a feeling of like you're hardly wearing anything on your feet. I initially thought that these wouldn't be as comfortable as the brand new Gel Nimbus 27 from Asics, but side by side, these absolutely blow those out of the water for like way less money. But coming in at number 1, the Adidas Evo SL. One of the best
Dang, that's a little bit 2 for 1. I didn't even mean for that to happen, but I ain't gonna lie. I literally have this video recorded too, you guys, so stay tapped in. And that's interesting. He said these are the most comfortable sneakers of 2025 so far, at least. Wow, that's interesting. I literally just copped these sneakers the other day, and that's actually wild how literally 2 of the sneakers that I just copped are on this list.
On the market and the most comfortable.
But that's how y'all know I'm really picking some good sneakers. So that being said, if y'all want some sneaker inspo, man, tap in with your boy.
But
really tap in. The most comfortable connoisseur.
Kind of like the Pegasus, except these things have dropped maybe 3 or 4 times now, and every single time it completely sold out. I just don't think Adidas is making enough pairs of these things.
I didn't know they sold out. I didn't have much trouble finding my pair.
I believe,
or I low-key did. They didn't have too many sizes. I ain't gonna lie.
First release, which happened late last
Wait, so these dropped?
Probably gonna sell out again. Either way, I bought these on the first release, which happened late
last year. So I got it right on
sometime in December or maybe even November, something like that. I've been wearing them non-stop ever since. They immediately became my go-to everyday most comfortable shoe. I've been wearing them to the gym, traveling, casually, just, I don't want to take my feet out of these shoes. Personally, I think these are the best looking shoes on the list as a hybrid pair of shoes, something you can rock with lifestyle outfits and they still look great. Again, more of a subjective thing, but yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. These are also the lightest shoes on the list. They feel like literally nothing.
They did give me very lightweight vibes.
Mold to them, and it's like you got socks, but you've also got pillows underneath your feet. It's insane.
They
Retail
pillows.
for $150, fit true to size, and it's just a great experience with this pair of shoes. Like, it's really hard to find any negatives. Maybe they could have added a little bit more padding on the tongue, but then they would kind of be a little bit more heavy. So I don't know. Who am I? I think they're kind of perfect. The midsole shape is great as well, so that kind of rocker effect that you get is just perfectly nailed. You feel great walking around. Really good pair of shoes. I know that they keep flying off of shelves, but if you ever do get a chance, I would highly recommend trying them out. But there you have it, guys. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
There we go. Yet again, another great video from Elliot Page. With that being said, y'all go ahead and check out this video if you do want to, down below in the description. But with that being said, before you guys go ahead and let me know what sneaker you guys was your favorite. And actually, I'll let you guys know what my favorite was. My favorite from this whole entire list, definitely, I wish he had some video chapters on here, but he doesn't. This is now a very hard choice, I'm not going to lie. I like the Nike Pegasus Premiums that we had seen. Right here, if I can get a little picture. I liked the A6 Gel Kanyos, I'm not going to lie. And low-key, I might have to rock with the A6 Gel Kanyos. Even though they're 10 on the list, these are still very comfortable sneakers, y'all. Like, don't get it wrong. Literally, any of the sneakers you find, if you actually purchase them, you would definitely tell they're comfortable. Like, just because the sneaker's at 10 does not mean it's not comfortable. But I ain't gonna lie, just because I like to match, that style aspect with the comfort, I definitely gotta go ahead and rock with the faithful A6 Gel Kanyo 14s. Again, y'all let me know in the comment section. If you did find some value or like this video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. With that being said, for more content and just like this, and also if you do want to see some more reaction videos just like this, go ahead and click the playlist up here.